From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Thursday morning. We're still tracking multiple fires within the region, but thankfully, I think we're going to pivot from talking about the Walla Walla River Road fire and the Black Canyon fire, as both of those we just haven't received substantial updates on them in days, which likely means that for all intents and purposes, those fires are kaput. So now we can talk about some of the other fires on the map. The Retreat fire burning in Yakima County. This one just a little bit above 31,000 acres. It is still burning outside of Tieton, but it's now 37% contained. So certainly some very good news there, although we are seeing more active hotspots on the map this morning as opposed to what we were seeing just 24 hours back. There are still multiple level 3 and level 2 evacuations in place for this fire. You can find all of these listed online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Okay, on to another fire that's burning in the region. At least it was at one point. This is the Lone Rock fire. It started in, I believe, Gillum County, burned into Morrow County, and sort of burned its way out of Morrow County. It's 80% contained, over 100,000 acres. In fact, a little bit closer to 150,000 acres, but no active hotspots popping up on the map this morning. And then the other fire, or complex of fires, that would be the Battle Mountain complex. And this is mainly, the fire that's mainly doing the heavy lifting from this complex is obviously the Monkey Creek fire, as it is close to 175,000 acres alone, burning here in both Morrow and Umatilla counties. In fact, it's mostly in Morrow County at this point, but containment on this one has jumped up to 19%. So that's certainly some good news. Also, we had evacuation reductions with this fire just yesterday, but there's still level 3, level 2, and level 1 evacuations in place for this. You can find all of these listed online at applevalleynewsnow.com. And I'll show you what all of these fires are doing to our air quality. Also, I'll show you some very dangerous heat that's in the forecast for today, and that's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, multiple fires popped up in Richland, urging many agencies to respond. We've got the details.
Plus, an update on the location of the Moscow man accused of kidnapping his own daughter and taking her to Mexico. We have where he currently is.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jill Sperling. It is Thursday, August 1st, Jessica.
I keep forgetting what day it is.
I know.
Is it Friday? Is it Tuesday? I have no idea.
It is Thursday, and it's the start of a brand new month.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, it really is. Yeah. I knew that. I looked at it several times, and now I'm like, it's hitting me. We're already in August.
I know, and we always talk about it. It goes by so fast.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to start by continuing coverage and fire coverage, actually. Local firefighters had to work quickly to contain multiple fires that popped up in Richland. A
brush fire sparked up along I-82 and North Dallas Road just after 2:30 yesterday afternoon, and several fire agencies were battling at least 3 blazes in the area. Officials say they were able to contain 2 of them shortly after arriving to the scene. The third fire took a little longer and grew to around 10 acres. It's contained now, and crews were mopping up last night. Several local fire agencies battled a fire near Twin Cities Food earlier in the morning. The call for help came in just before 9 a.m. yesterday in the area of South Gum Street and East 1st Avenue in the field by the Cable Bridge. Benton County Fire District 1 assisted Kennewick Fire in battling the blaze. The fire appears to have started near train tracks, but the cause of the fire is unknown. BNSF was at the scene as well. It's unknown if anybody was hurt. And now to a quick update on the Retreat Rimrock fire in Yakima County. This fire has now burned more than 30,000 acres and is about 37% contained. Highway 12 remains closed between the junction of US 12 and Highway 410 and the summit of the pass at milepost 151. And this is because of fire danger and burnt trees falling across the highway. In a crime alert now, Washington State Patrol is asking for help to locate 2 hit-and-run suspects. Officials say the crash, which happened on State Route 397 and East Columbia Drive in Kennewick Monday night, injured 5 people. And here is who authorities are looking for. Now, witnesses to the crash, which involved a Dodge truck hitting a Toyota Corolla, say they saw these 2 men leave the scene on foot.
They have been identified as Malcolm Slack and Mark Cummings. Officials say the Dodge truck did not yield to the Corolla, and all 5 people inside the Corolla were injured, 1 seriously injured.
In more crime news, police are looking for a Sunnyside man who's accused of committing several crimes in Oregon back in 2021.
An arrest warrant is issued for 29-year-old Aurelio Escobar. He's charged with first-degree robbery, unlawful use of a weapon, unauthorized use of a vehicle, and first-degree theft in Douglas County. And court documents say Escobar is accused of several crimes, including but not limited to carjacking and shooting a man. Escobar also was issued an arrest warrant in Multnomah County back in 2022. If you know anything about where he could be, call police immediately.
And now to an update on the Moscow man accused of kidnapping his own daughter and taking her to Mexico. Aaron Ong is now sitting inside the Whitman County Jail.
Over the last few weeks, he's been in an Arizona jail waiting to be extradited back to the inland Northwest. Police searched nationwide for Ong after he said he took his toddler camping in Montana, but never returned the little girl to her biological mother. Ong and his daughter were found in Mexico earlier this month.
Yesterday, the Whitman County Prosecutor's Office announced it will let federal prosecutors handle the case, saying the federal government has the resources to hold Ong accountable.
Mapton officials and citizens were in court yesterday for the latest hearing on the petition to recall Mayor Rachel Ruelas.
The petition claims she violated several state laws and her oath of office by having the city operate illegally without a budget for 7 months and advertising her personal business on the city website. The mayor granted one continuance to find a lawyer. A judge now granting another continuance for that lawyer to review the necessary documents.
I want to give both sides a fair opportunity to address these issues because it is an important situation. If the court is in error in making my rulings, it's subject to appeal to the Supreme Court. That delays the matter even further.
Coming up at 6 this morning, City Council and Mapton residents react to the continued delay. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, the Kennewick Irrigation District will be returning to a voluntary watering schedule, and the change is earlier than expected. If you're a Kennewick resident, details are coming up.
And Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your weather forecast. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Drive into summer with the rugged Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Summer is for exploring, so get outdoors, kick up some dust, get muddy, or just find that perfect campsite. All from Honda, the 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. So act now to get an offer you'll love. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
It's the More Furniture Anniversary Truckload Event. We've been serving our loyal customers since 1977, and in appreciation, our showrooms are filled with truckloads of our top-tier products at factory direct prices, ready for delivery straight to your home. During our anniversary event, we'll give you special 48-month financing with no money down and equal monthly payments. For a limited time, when we deliver your purchase, we'll pick up, repurpose, and donate your gently used pieces locally. Visit your local showroom for the best deals.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers and a great selection of Ford vehicles, like the Built Wild Bronco family, with a deal you just can't miss. Your biggest adventures are waiting. So make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now. Lease a 2024 Bronco Sport Big Bend for just $369 a month, only at your local Ford dealer.
Save now with hot August specials in Bi-Mart's latest savings book, including a Philips 65-inch 4K Roku Smart TV. Members save $50. Bi-Mart, your employee-owned membership store.
Tiffany Smiley is not who she says she is.
Tiffany Smiley started a PAC claiming to raise money to support conservative candidates, but contributions were funneled to pay off her own $1 million campaign debt.
Of the almost $800,000 she raised, only $24,800 went to candidates. Instead, Tiffany used the money on luxury travel and to try to pay off her massive debt.
Tiffany Smiley deceived her donors. Don't let her deceive you.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
Here he goes.
throws. It's Hester. Touchdown, Andre Johnson.
The Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams.
Yeah! What a throw by Stroud.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We still have this air quality alert that's in place for Yakima County. It goes until further notice, but I will say that air quality is looking a little bit better this morning in the Yakima Valley as the smoke and haze is going to be a little bit more dispersed for today. We'll show you that smoke forecast in just a second, but you see there are some moderate reductions in air quality around the perimeter of the retreat fire, and we are expecting some more reductions in air quality later today, as inevitably this fire is going to pick up in activity again. But let's just kind of show you the rhyme and the reason to the smoke for today. And the mid to upper level winds are going to shift out of the south and west. So that's why overall we're going to have more haze across the region for today. So this is, by the time we get to 5 p.m., you can see it's starting to sneak up from the south. Although, of course, the thickest of the smoke and haze will continue to be downwind of the retreat fire in Yakima County. And then the cycle into Friday is looking just about the same. We still, for the mid to upper level winds, they're still coming out of the south and west. So that's bringing a lot of the Oregon smoke up into portions of our viewing area, even in Washington as well. So overall, hazier for today and tomorrow. Also much hotter for today. We're going to be up around 105 in the Tri-Cities, about 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. There is an excessive heat warning that's in place starting at 11 this morning, running until 8 p.m. on Friday. I'll show you an even hotter day slated for Friday, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In environment news now, the Kennewick Irrigation District will be returning to a voluntary watering schedule. As Apple Valley News Now's Lucy Lobdell explains, the change is earlier than expected.
We decided that with the help of the community and our conservation efforts in lining and widening the canal, that we were able to shorten the mandatory watering period.
The mandatory watering schedule was implemented on July 7th, but will now be lifted effective this Sunday, August 4th. The district is asking customers to continue watering their lawns according to the existing voluntary watering schedule, based on their property address, which you can find online at kid.org. Efforts, combined with the ongoing canal lining and widening projects, have significantly reduced water demand, allowing KID to shorten the mandatory period.
There's a lot of factors that go into play. That includes, weather, how much water's in the river, that kind of thing. And so we're excited that we're able to end it early.
The district wants residents to remember that we are still technically in a drought. So while the mandatory schedule is being lifted, KID reminds customers that water conservation is still encouraged. Residents are urged to continue watering wisely and to utilize efficient irrigation methods such as drip irrigation whenever possible.
Currently, we're right around 50%. We should be getting new numbers here the next couple of days. But what the good news about that is that typically mid-August or so, the river actually tends to come back up. There's less agricultural use, less residential use as the temperatures start to slowly drop. So once we get the river back up, we no longer have an issue with water supply.
In Kennewick, Lucy Lobdell, Apple Valley News Now.
KID also wants to remind people to utilize efficient irrigation methods, such as drip irrigation, whenever possible. And moving now to the Benton and Franklin Conservation Districts, they're looking for volunteers to help them clear the Yakima River of a unique problem in our basin. That's water stargrass, which has been around since the late 90s in the river. According to the Benton Conservation District, the aquatic plants are native but acting like an invasive species, turning the once fast-flowing river habitat into a slower-moving marsh.
That's what you see almost everywhere, from the mouth of the Yakima all the way up to above Prosser Dam, and it just grows so thick, so densely, that it really prevents any other vegetation from growing. It changes the way the water flows. It heats up the water. It takes out all the dissolved oxygen at night. And so it's really changing our river system for the detriment of almost all other native plants and animals, and for the users of the river as well, recreation, fishing, and all those species that depend on that river water quality.
This does involve hand pulling the water stargrass out of the water where the district's harvester can't reach. If you're willing to wade in the Yakima River for a few hours this summer and get your hands dirty, you can check out AppleValleyNewsNow.com and see how to apply and get involved in volunteering. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, we often hear about how screen time can affect children, but now we're learning how screen time is affecting adults' development. Details are ahead. And as we go to break, we're listening to Sonny and Cher's I Got You Babe. The Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour premiered on this day back in 1971. Just a little trivia with your morning coffee. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
I think this is my favorite. Okay. What do you think of this one?
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Denver Mattress has always believed in investing right here with American-made mattresses, built with unrivaled quality, and sold at factory direct prices. Because improving your sleep life should always be easy and affordable. And during the anniversary 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Get up to $300 off our Doctor's Choice lineup, or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
I have prepared a Thomas's breakfast for you to savor together.
Thanks, Tom. Hey, are English muffins from England?
Heavens, no. They're from the pantry.
Are you from England?
Nay, I am also from the pantry. Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Hermiston, Road 68 in Pasco, and at the new location on West Court Street in Pasco. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at all 6 locations. Get the lowest prices on the largest selection of vape mods, classic to tropical vape flavors, batteries, cigars, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Don't waste time in other places. Go to Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Well, it's almost election time.
Typical politicians trying to tell us they're conservative.
Yeah, well, that's not Congressman Newhouse. He worked with the liberals to try to remove Trump. And don't get me started on that Sessler.
He's not just a vegan.
Sessler wants a 30% tax on everything we buy.
Even my haircut.
Even my beer. He wants 30% if I want to buy new land.
So the choice is a never Trumper or a vegan.
Tiffany Smiley.
Oh, Smiley's the one.
I really like her.
MWSA Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Hello, Shelby.
Hello, Mariano.
Upload Mrs. Robinson's case.
Processing.
Is there any new information?
The insurance offer is too low. Should I ask for more?
You know, when they hear from the heavy hitter, they'll pay much more.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Good Morning Northwest streams all day at AppleValleyNewsNow.com and our mobile apps. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Sorry about that. We'll have Josh's weather in just a moment. But first, in health news, we often hear about how screen time can affect children, but the amount of screen time adults spend also plays an important role in their development. With more, here's Christiane Cordero.
A small study conducted at the University of Texas at Austin found cell phone usage in mothers was associated with 16% fewer words spoken to their infants. Over the course of a week, scientists synced phone usage records with audio recordings to determine speech frequency while the mothers interacted with their phones. While they may not have been ignoring their kids intentionally, science has shown there could be unintended consequences. Previous research has shown that fewer words spoken to infants can negatively impact their language, learning, and development. Although the study consisted of only 16 mothers, it serves as a reminder to be more attentive to your children and not let cell phones keep you from engaging with them. With this Medical Minute, I'm Christiane Cordero.
A commonly used drug for organ transplants could extend women's fertility by up to 5 years. Rapamycin is a bacterial compound used to keep immune systems from rejecting a new organ. It can also treat certain vascular conditions by slowing down cell growth. And studies in mice have found rapamycin could counteract aging of the ovaries, possibly delaying menopause. An ongoing clinical trial tested it out in 50 women aged 35 to 45. The results have been promising so far. The trial still has 2 more years before it's complete. Up next, Carrie Underwood is making headlines as she'll be joining a big show. We'll have which show she'll be a judge on. And as we go to break, this is A Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Today, on this day in 1969, the Atlantic City Pop Festival took place. CCR was one of the headline acts. Around 100,000 people went to the 3-day event. Time right now is 5:20. We'll be right back after this.
I learned the value of hard work right here in these fields as my immigrant parents picked crops. I graduated from Yakima Valley College and Gonzaga, worked for Congress and the state legislature. Now I'm running for state senate because we need someone who will fight for Central Washington. We're losing good paying jobs and warehouses are closing. I'm Maria Beltran, and I ask for your vote because our best days are ahead of us.
Paid for by friends Maria Beltran.
Join us during the anniversary truckload event. You'll find truckloads of our top-tier product, including sectionals with seating for your entire family. In stock and available for immediate delivery. Get this plush, roomy sectional with ample seating for 8 in platinum, including a total of 9 coordinating pillows for only $24.95. Or for a totally different look and feel, sink into comfort with this chaise sectional in Victory Sterling, including 6 coordinating pillows, still only $24.95. Hurry into your local showroom for the best selection.
Save now with Cascade Farm and Outdoors' latest mailer. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. Save $20 on a Coleman 4-person Skydome tent, now just $49.99. Save on a Yoli Klamath Easy Lift 10x10 canopy. Purina Leina 40-pound crumble or pellet feed is just $14.99. Plus, all spring and summer apparel is up to 50% off. Stay cool and save with our latest mailer at Cascade Farm and Outdoor.
As a mother and community leader, I know what it means to work hard and make tough decisions. Como miembro de nuestra comunidad, I've seen firsthand the challenges we face. We need affordable groceries, quality healthcare, and safety in our neighborhoods. I am committed to listening and working for everyone in our community. Juntos podemos crear un futuro mejor para el 14th District. I am Ana Ruiz Kennedy. Echémosle ganas. I'll be honored to earn your vote.
Save now with Hot August specials in Bi-Mart's latest savings book arriving this week. Save $30 on a Winchester 18-gun cabinet, now just $149.99. PMC 5.56 62 grain ammo is just $9.99. Plus buy more and save with digital rebates on Chevron 15W40 diesel oil. Buy 3 gallons and save $10. Buy 6 gallons and save $25. Save now store-wide with our latest savings book only at Bi-Mart.
Hello there, watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Look at this. You can finally see the Yakima Valley as well. Over the past week, we haven't really been seeing that much of it, at least at this time of the morning, because all the smoke from the retreat and Rimrock fire has been obscuring this view. So it's good to know that at least in some locations the smoke is thinned out, but there are several sensors in the Yakima Valley that are still reading either unhealthy for sensitive groups or just straight up unhealthy. So in those locations, you got to sport the N95 mask. Okay, otherwise temperatures this morning in the 50s and 60s. Might need a light jacket for places like Tri-Cities and Ellensburg and so on and so forth. A little bit later today, trust me, no jacket necessary. We're going to be about 10 degrees above average. Most of us will end up in the triple digits, and for places that don't, it'll be pretty close, like 99 in Toppenish. And the haze will be a little bit more widespread today, given that the mid to upper level winds are going to shift out of the south and west. We're not expecting huge widespread reductions in air quality, but we will see some light haze across much of the region at least. And then for tonight, the haze situation is going to stay the same. Overnight lows are going to be very balmy. A low of 73 in Walla Walla. That can sometimes be just as dangerous as the afternoon highs because it doesn't give your body a chance to actually properly cool down. We'll be even hotter in a Thursday, up around 110. Again, we have that excessive heat warning that's in place from 11 a.m. this morning to 8 p.m. on Friday. But even after that, it's going to stay pretty hot at least through Tuesday, starting to trend a little bit more seasonal by Wednesday. Also, we're tracking some very small thunderstorm chances from Friday through Wednesday. So that is going to pose a risk for fire starts potentially as our fuels will start to turn a little bit drier. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Hazier today and tomorrow, dangerous heat peaking tomorrow and back into the 90s by Wednesday. For Yakima, more haze due to the retreat fire, triple digits through Monday, and then more seasonal for Tuesday and Wednesday with some thunderstorm chances sprinkled in. Then for Hermiston, heat building and peaking around 110 for Friday. The heat wave continues through Monday, and then relief maybe returns by Tuesday and Wednesday. Then for Walla Walla, haze and heat increasing over the next couple of days. Shower chances for Saturday through Tuesday, but the best thunderstorm chances will be on Monday and Tuesday.
Thank you, Josh. In entertainment news now, Carrie Underwood is going back to where it all began.
Yeah, the Grammy-winning country singer will be a judge on the 23rd season of American Idol, according to a source.
Yeah, she's replacing singer Katy Perry, who left after serving as a judge for 7 seasons.
The source added that Lionel Richie and Luke Bryan are both returning to the singing competition, and Underwood's career rocketed upwards after she was crowned the winner of American Idol's 4th season.
ABC declined to comment on the matter, and so far there's no word from Underwood. Now, I remember watching that season.
I think I watched it too.
Probably my favorite season.
I think the first one with Kelly Clarkson was my favorite. But
I didn't watch
really
that one, but I got into it the 2nd season, or was it the 4th season is when she was.
They're all kind of running together now. Well, check this out now. What's happening, Josh?
Yeah, it's been 60 years since this photo was taken. Now, what is it?
It's the first picture of the moon taken by a United States spacecraft. So on July 31st, 1964, NASA's Ranger 7 successfully took thousands of photos before it crashed into the moon.
Until that year, there weren't any close-ups or detailed pictures of the lunar surface. Those images taken helped identify safe moon landing sites for the historic Apollo 11 mission in 1969.
The mission also helped NASA ensure future astronauts wouldn't sink down into the moon dust.
I have a question for you guys. If you had the opportunity to go to the moon or go to space, would you take it?
Nope.
Yes.
No, absolutely not. It's like
I'm too scared.
It's like the ocean, you know, like the deep sea. That's
yes,
fear.
Yeah.
There are words for
Maybe
that, by the way. It's something
as
phobia.
if I was like really old. I don't know. I think I still say yes.
I'll stay here on Earth.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest at 5:30, the Pasco School District's new school is almost complete. We'll have how developments are going when we come back.
And in national news, the U.S. reaches a plea deal with alleged 9/11 terrorists. We've got the details in the next half hour, but first, here are your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, StubHub being sued over deceptive pricing. Washington, D.C.'s Attorney General claims StubHub is tricking customers into overpaying for tickets by hiding mandatory fees until just before buyers make their purchase. The StubHub insists its practices are consistent with the law. Next, Google Maps and Waze are getting safety upgrades. Drivers will be able to easily report crashes, cameras, and traffic. The platforms will remain separate, but user reports made in one app will show up in the other. These new features will roll out in the coming weeks. Finally, Etsy's first loyalty program. The program is called Etsy Insider. It offers free shipping and discounts for a monthly fee that is yet to be announced. Select customers will be invited to try it starting in September, with its future depending on user response. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Maria Nanali. Have a great day.
I'll give you $574 if you switch.
For Gerald? Well, okay.
So what about $574 for switching your home insurance to Allstate?
Well, I try not to think about home insurance too complicated.
Actually, Allstate can handle the switching for you. Just call them.
It's that easy to save?
Yep, and you get Allstate.
Oh, well, that's a step up. Goodbye, Gerald.
Check Allstate first and you could save hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Soon after starting my career, I felt stuck. That's when I found National University. Enrolling at NU empowered me to build my dream career.
Frisky's World.
Come on, let's explore.
That's made with real salmon.
Look what I found. Little soups for cats.
There's the delicious
Did you?
taste
Yeah.
of tuna
Oh,
we
we do, yeah.
treasure.
Definitely coming back tomorrow.
Friskies, always more to explore.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, it is a new month. It's August. What do we have in store?
I don't think you're going to like what I have to say.
What?
I don't think you're going to like it. It's going to be real hot for today. It's going to be even hotter for tomorrow. Nothing we can't handle. We need everyone to be safe out there, though. Okay, right now you're taking a live look at the Columbia River. This view coming courtesy of the Legends Casino and Hotel. A little bit of haze up in the sky for today. There will be a little bit more overall for the Tri-Cities as opposed to what we've seen over the past couple of days as those mid to upper level winds are going to switch out of the south and west. Right now, temperatures are in the 50s and 60s, maybe some light jacket weather for some, but a little bit later today, it is going to be very hot, up into the triple digits. We'll be up around 105 for the Tri-Cities, so we'll be about 15 degrees, more like 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. We do have an excessive heat warning that's in place from 11 a.m. this morning to 8 p.m. on Friday. We're going to be even hotter for tomorrow, and so take this to heart. For the next couple of days, if you're going to take the pets on a walk, be sure to do that earlier in the morning. Be sure that the kids are staying hydrated. If you're personally going to be working outside, be sure that you're staying hydrated, that you're taking plenty of breaks in the shade, and also check up on those vulnerable populations, especially the elderly. And I'll show you what this heat is doing to our vegetation, how dry it's making it. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Well, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Benton and Franklin counties are participating in a new health science immersion program.
Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma reports how this is helping local teenagers.
In a two-day event here at the Health and Science Center at CBC, the Boys and Girls Club of Benton and Franklin counties were able to get hands-on experiences. On Wednesday, I met with Miriam Hurtado. She's the Director of Workforce Readiness for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Benton and Franklin counties. She says this CBC Health Science Immersion experience is a first-of-a-kind event. Hurtado says it was made possible through partnering up with CBC and a $5,000 grant from the Catholic Foundation. Hurtado tells me events similar to these open up different career paths like STEM for the teens. The program also focuses on dental hygiene, nursing, surgical tech, and emergency response.
It's just helping teens explore their options and know what is available to them in their own community. And again, just learning from instructors and learning more side by side with students. So just getting that experience, that immersive experience on what it's like to be in the healthcare setting, and knowing if this is for them or if it's not.
Hurtado says that in the next couple of weeks, the Boys and Girls Club of Benton and Franklin counties will take a trip to Seattle to explore different universities to see different opportunities. Reporting in Richland, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
And only a few weeks before the start of a new school year, another FAFSA setback could delay financial aid for college students.
On Tuesday, the Education Department said colleges will not be able to submit corrections in bulk to update students' financial aid records.
It's the latest setback in the launch of the new free application for federal student aid website, also known as FAFSA. Colleges have been waiting months to send batches of corrected records.
It makes it easier to quickly make revisions, especially important for large institutions with hundreds of thousands of corrected records. Submitting revisions manually could delay student aid disbursements, leaving some students unable to pay their bills and fees on time.
And the Pasco School District is celebrating as construction of a new school is almost complete.
And Fowler General Construction is also celebrating this milestone with a topping out ceremony for the new Sageview High School. The new school is being built at 6091 Burns Road in Pasco, and the topping out ceremony is this morning at 8 at the construction site.
During the ceremony, the final structural beam will be placed and a tree will be planted to commemorate the new school. The new Sageview High School is set to open in fall 2025. The Pacific Northwest Hydrogen Association focuses on creating clean hydrogen suppliers and end users in the Pacific Northwest, and there is a Richland site.
And yesterday, the association announced it has received Phase 1 award status from the U.S. Department of Energy.
In Richland, we have a very cool project, and it's called a company called Atlas Agro, and they are going to produce hydrogen and then use that as an input to create ammonium nitrate or fertilizer. And so they are looking to basically be a disruptor in the fertilizer industry that has for years been heavily dependent on fossil fuel inputs and also produced in other places that are far away where we have to truck or ship fertilizer into our agriculture industry here in Washington.
The Pacific Northwest Hydrogen Association will host a webinar on August 21st, along with its partners, to share additional information and answer questions the public might have. The United States has reached a plea deal with a trio of alleged 9/11 terror attackers. The Department of Defense announced yesterday a deal was made for Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, also known as KSM, and his two co-defendants. Mohammed was captured in Pakistan in 2003.
He was charged in 2008 with a list of crimes for his alleged involvement in the 9/11 attack. The plea deal was reached after 27 months of negotiations and takes the death penalty off the table for the three men. In a letter notifying the families of 9/11 victims and survivors, the three men are expected to plead guilty at a hearing as early as next week.
As part of the agreement, the three men agreed to answer written questions from the surviving 9/11 victims and victims' families. According to the letter, families will have 45 days to submit questions.
Now, a follow-up on news we brought you yesterday. The U.S. is remaining tight-lipped about the reported assassination of a Hamas leader in Iran.
Iranian state media reported its political leader, Ismail Haniyeh, was killed in a strike yesterday by Israel in Tehran. However, the White House says it doesn't have confirmation of the attack. It considers not reliable.
I'm not in a position to confirm the reports coming out of Tehran. I've seen a statement that Hamas put out. I can't confirm or verify. We have no independent confirmation.
Israel has not confirmed the death either. The Israeli president, Benjamin Netanyahu, voted to keep fighting yesterday. In community news, Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown is well underway. We're looking for the best restaurant in our area.
We started about 3 weeks ago with 64 restaurants, and after 3 rounds and more than 5,000 votes, only 8 restaurants remain.
To vote for your top 4 restaurants, pull out your smartphone and scan the QR code that's up on your screen right now. And if you'd rather vote on your desktop or laptop, go to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on Contest, and select Restaurant Showdown.
After voting, be sure to enter to win a $25 gift card from STCU. You can find more information at applevalleynewsnow.com. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, an Amazon driver in Washington is a hero after he realized someone's home was on fire. We've got the remarkable story in just a few minutes.
And as we go to break, this is Joe Cocker. He also performed at the Atlantic City Pop Festival. You're listening to that now, and then Josh will be back with your weather forecast. Keep it here.
A good time for all on Deer Lake. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
This Friday through Monday only, it's the anniversary 4-day super sale at Furniture Row. And that means the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or get 60 months, no interest. But hurry, the anniversary 4-day super sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
As a Trump-endorsed candidate for Congress against Dan Newhouse, I knew I'd be attacked from multiple fronts. But some of the lies my opponents have been spreading are downright ridiculous. So let's settle the beef. I'm a cattle-raising, gun-carrying, brisket-loving conservative, and I believe in the American dream. I believe in lower taxes and that our farms and ranches make us prosperous and more secure. Eastern Washington deserves a representative that is honest and transparent. So vote for the conservative we deserve. I'm Jared Sessler, and I approve this message.
Taking the time to savor Thomas's crunchy yet soft bagels.
Thanks, Tom.
It's Tom, actually.
Right, Tom.
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 You doing that on purpose?
Tam.
Tam.
How have we got to Tam? Huzzah! A toast to breakfast.
Meet Fat Beam Fiber, the fastest growing fiber provider in the West. With over 150,000 fiber miles across 150 cities and 8 states, we offer reliable internet and top-tier service to business, government, healthcare, education, and residential customers. From dedicated internet access to wireless backup, our team ensures 99.99% uptime and superior connectivity. Trust Fat Beam Fiber to expand network capabilities and protect your data. Discover more and request a quote at fatbeamfiber.com.
Tiffany Smiley is not who she says she is.
Tiffany Smiley started a PAC claiming to raise money to support conservative candidates, but contributions were funneled to pay off her own $1 million campaign debt.
Of the almost $800,000 she raised, only $24,800 went to candidates. Instead, Tiffany used the money on luxury travel and to try to pay off her massive debt.
Tiffany Smiley deceived her donors. Don't let her deceive you.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message.
I broke my left foot, and my left foot is larger than my right foot.
My right foot's bigger than my left foot.
That is why we found each other.
Next Live, Minnie Driver from the Serpent Queen. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
At Denver Mattress, we believe improving your sleep life should be easy and affordable. And during the anniversary 4-day super sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend, or get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
My ex-boyfriend, Matt, is here tonight. He wants to be with me, and he wants to join this journey.
You stand no chance. She's gonna let her pass back into her life like that so easily. I'm leaving.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in too. I am in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Our temperatures for this morning are pretty similar to what we had for yesterday morning, maybe just a little bit milder in some locations, but definitely not for Cle Elum, as we're right at 50, 59 for Ellensburg, but already a balmy 70 for Vantage. For the Yakima Valley, we're seeing 50s and 60s, a little bit cooler towards the lower end of the valley, with Sunnyside and Grandview still being in the upper 50s, but 60s for the rest of us. Then in the lower Columbia Basin, we're also seeing that mixture of 50s and 60s. 57 for the Tri-Cities, 60 for Prosser, a little bit warmer up towards Hanford, as we're already up to 65. Then for the foothills of the Blue Mountains, also temperatures in the 60s, a little bit cooler up in some of the higher terrain of the Blue Mountains proper, as we're in the 50s for Ukiah and Meacham. Okay, a little bit later today, we're going to be about 10 degrees above average. Most of us will end up between 100 to 105, and that means that our vegetation is going to be drier as opposed to yesterday. Here's today's vegetation dryness, and keep in mind that the 100th percentile would be the driest fuels on record. So we're going to be up into the 78th percentile for Kittitas and Yakima counties, up into the 80th percentile for the lower Columbia Basin, and up into the 82nd percentile for the Blue Mountains. And take yesterday as a cautionary tell, as we had several vegetation fires that sparked up. That is certainly within the realm of possibility for today. And all of these numbers are going to go up as our high temperatures are going to go way up, especially into tomorrow. I'll tell you just how hot we could be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Well, while most days Amazon drivers are focused on completing their deliveries, they sometimes also serve as a watchful eye on neighborhoods.
For a Washington Amazon driver, that attention to detail helped him realize someone's home was on fire. Brady Wakayama has the story of what the driver did next.
Fuad Ali has made thousands of deliveries for Amazon over the last year and a half. But last week, he went the extra mile.
I think this is the craziest thing. If I don't forget this, what just happened on July 23rd.
On that day, his main goal wasn't delivering packages. It was to save lives.
Job is second. The first important thing is to make sure humans are, nobody's inside the house. Because the house, it can burn. We got insurance for them. But just The very important thing is to make sure nobody's home.
The home he's talking about is what's left of this Burien house. It was engulfed in flames when he encountered it on his route, a scene he couldn't ignore.
If I didn't go and probably knock on their door and just mind my own business and continue my route, I would have felt bad, really bad.
He called 911 as he tried to get inside. He and a neighbor began kicking the door, eventually breaking through.
When we entered the house, there was already white smoke coming from the roof. I knew that we had to do it really quick.
Ali says they were in there for 30 seconds, which felt more like 30 minutes, before the homeowner returned to the house from walking her dog, telling them she was okay and no one was inside.
And I'm really grateful that he was so brave that day.
Many in this neighborhood consider Ali a hero.
Honestly, yeah, that was my first thought when I heard him shouting, "Someone call 911," and he was banging on the doors. I immediately heard him and thought, wow, that's really incredible and really heroic what he was doing.
Would you do it again if you had
Of course, yeah, we'll do it again. Yeah.
Turn left onto Shorewood Drive.
But our humble hero just wants to deliver this message.
I'm not a hero. Everybody should just look for each other.
The homeowner says they're grateful for the quick action by the Amazon driver and their neighbor.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest, an excessive heat warning has been issued for our region. We'll have when this goes into effect and how long it will last.
And you're now listening to Jerry Garcia's A Touch of Gray. He was born on this day back in 1942. And if you're having a birthday today, we wish you a happy birthday. We'll see you back here for the morning sprint in just a few minutes.
I learned the value of hard work right here in these fields as my immigrant parents pick crops. I graduated from Yakima Valley College and Gonzaga, worked for Congress and the state legislature. Now I'm running for state senate because we need someone who will fight for Central Washington. We're losing good paying jobs and warehouses are closing. I'm Maria Beltran, and I ask for your vote because our best days are ahead of us.
Paid for by friends Maria Beltran.
It's the More Furniture Anniversary Truckload Event. We've been serving our loyal customers since 1977, and in appreciation, our showrooms are filled with truckloads of our top-tier products at factory direct prices, ready for delivery straight to your home. During our anniversary event, we'll give you special 48-month financing with no money down and equal monthly payments. For a limited time, when we deliver your purchase, we'll pick up, repurpose, and donate your gently used pieces locally. Visit your local showroom for the best deals.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we've got a long lineup of vehicles for summer fun, like Camry, RAV4, Highlander, BZ4X, Tundra, Corolla Hybrid, Tacoma, Sienna, Corolla Hatchback, Sequoia, Prius Prime, RAV4 Hybrid, Land Cruiser, GR Supra, Toyota Crown, 4...
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Tundra for just $579 a month. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Save now with Cascade Farm and Outdoors' latest mailer. Watch for it in your mailbox or pick up a copy in store. Save $20 on a Coleman 4-person Sky Dome tent, now just $49.99. Save on a Yoli Klamath Easy Lift 10x10 canopy. Purina Leina 40-pound crumble or pellet feed is just $14.99. Plus, all spring and summer apparel is up to 50% off. Stay cool and save with our latest mailer at Cascade Farm and Outdoor.
Drive into summer with a new Honda Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, or the all-new Civic Hybrid. Take a vacation, staycation, or just a weekend drive with the windows down. Whatever you do, make it epic with Honda. The 2024 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Overall EV and Hybrid Brand. So act now. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into the Honda Summer Event.
The best way to end your day. Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 5:48. It's time for your morning sprint in this 5 o'clock hour.
We're going to take you right to our 6 a.m. hour, but first, here are the top 5 local stories you need to know this morning. The National Weather Service has issued an excessive heat warning for our region. This will be in effect from 11 this morning until 8 p.m. Friday. Drink plenty of water, get to air conditioning if you can, and check up on relatives and neighbors. For sheltering information and other services in your area, you can always dial 211 during business hours or visit 211info.org for Oregon or wa211.org for Washington.
The Kennewick Irrigation District will return to a voluntary watering schedule. As a conservation effort, the mandatory schedule was implemented on July 7th, but it'll now be lifted on Sunday. The district is still asking customers to continue to water their lawns according to the existing voluntary watering schedule. And you can find that online at kid.org.
The Benton and Franklin Conservation Districts are looking for volunteers to help them clear the Yakima River of water stargrass. The aquatic plants have been in the river since the late 90s. According to the Benton Conservation District, they're native, but act like an invasive species, turning the once fast-flowing river habitat into a slower-moving marsh.
The Pasco School District and Fowler General Construction are celebrating as a new school is almost complete. Sageview High School is being built at 6091 Burns Road in Pasco. A topping out ceremony will be held this morning at 8 at the construction site. And the final structural beam will be placed and a tree will be planted to commemorate the new school. And Sageview High School is set to open in fall 2025.
The Yakima Valley has been selected as the #1 best wine region in USA Today's 2024 10 Best Readers' Choice Awards. The annual awards are decided through public voting between 20 regions in the U.S., selected by a panel of wine experts and journalists. After Yakima, Temecula, California, or Temecula Valley, California was named.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
I got some bad news for the Yakima Valley, as it does look like the haze and the smoke is starting to thicken up a little bit here. But still, if we're splitting hairs, I'd say that this view looks a little bit better as opposed to some of the other views that we've had previously this week. Obviously, specifically talking about this camera angle here. But other than that, temperatures feeling all right this morning, 50s and 60s. Might need a light jacket for several spots in the region, but a little bit later today, it is certainly going to be t-shirt weather, as it will be about 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. Most of us will fall between 100 to 105. Specifically closer to 105 for the Tri-Cities. Haze will be a little bit more widespread for today, as the upper level winds are going to shift out of the south and west, so that'll bring a lot of the Oregon fire smoke into our region, if you will. And then for tonight, the haze situation is going to stay the same. Overnight lows dropping down only into the 60s and 70s in some instances. 73 for Walla Walla. That is very warm for an overnight low for this time of the year. And we trend even hotter as we head into Friday, close to 110, within striking distance of 110 in the Tri-Cities, which will place us at about 15 degrees above average. So this is very dangerous heat. They were just talking about the excessive heat warning that's in place, and I want all of you to take heed of all the advice that they were just telling you about. And we will be a little bit cooler as we head into Saturday and beyond, but not by much. Still triple digits through at least Tuesday, falling back to more seasonal values by Wednesday. And we do have some little shower and thunderstorm chances from Friday through Wednesday. It looks like Monday's probably going to be the most favorable of those days for lightning. And our fuels are going to be very dry, so the potential for fire starts will certainly be there. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Hazier for today and tomorrow. Dangerous heat peaking tomorrow and then back into the 90s potentially by Wednesday. For Yakima, more haze due to the retreat fire. Triple digits will stay pretty consistent through Monday and the more seasonal for Tuesday and Wednesday with some thunderstorm chances sprinkled in. For Hermiston, heat building and peaking around 110 for Friday. The heat wave continues through Monday, and then we'll have some relief for Tuesday and Wednesday. Then for Walla Walla, haze and heat increasing over the next couple of days. Shower chances for Saturday through Tuesday, but the best thunderstorm chances will be on Monday and Tuesday.
Thank you, Josh. We turn to national news now. The United States has reached a plea deal with alleged 9/11 terrorists. The Department of Defense announced a deal was made for Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, also known as KSM, and his 2 co-defendants. Mohammed was captured in Pakistan in 2003.
He was charged in 2008 with a list of crimes for his alleged involvement in the 9/11 attack. The plea deal was reached after 27 months of negotiations. It takes the death penalty off the table for the 3 men. The 3 men are expected to plead guilty at a hearing as early as next week.
The U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken says they cannot confirm the assassination of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh. Iranian state media says their leader was killed in a strike by Israel in Tehran.
Blinken says the United States was not involved in nor knew about this and reiterated the importance of a ceasefire in Gaza.
In your business headlines, the U.S. Department of Education says starting today, about 25 million borrowers with at least one outstanding federally held loan will receive information in an email.
This is for borrowers whose debt has grown even though payments were made for many years. Those who took out undergraduate loans on or before July 1st, 2005, those who took out graduate loans on or before July 1st, 2000, and those who qualify for debt forgiveness but never applied.
Another FAFSA setback could delay financial aid for college students. The Education Department said colleges will not be able to submit corrections in bulk to update students' financial aid records.
Colleges have been waiting months to send batches of corrected records. Submitting revisions manually could delay student aid disbursements, leaving some students unable to pay their bills and fees on time.
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has issued a recall notice for nearly 2 million Teslas. There's a risk the car's software could fail to detect an unlatched hood. That could cause the hood to suddenly fly open and obstruct the driver's view.
Impacted vehicles include Model S, Model X, Model 3, and Model Y from 2017 to 2024. Tesla has released a software update to fix the issue. No injuries have been reported. All right, check this out. IHOP is reviving its all-you-can-eat pancake deal for the back-to-school season from now until September 15th.
Yes, so the company says it wants to help families with tight schedules and tight wallets from buying school supplies.
To get this deal, order any breakfast combo and get a short stack of buttermilk pancakes at no additional cost.
Or you can order a stack of 5 buttermilk pancakes for $5. Either way, after that, all-you-can-eat pancakes are served in stacks of 2.
This is making me hungry. So the all-you-can-eat is one restaurant strategy, but others like McDonald's, KFC, and Burger King are counting on $5 value menus to bring in customers.
Oh my goodness, I am so hungry now.
I know.
I love breakfast.
Before we move on to the Olympics, I just want to say that McDonald's $5 meal, you get a McDouble, you get the fries, you get the nuggets, all that's good, right?
Yeah.
They give you a small soft drink with that. That is so much sodium. You need at least a medium. So even though it's a good deal, it's still kind of a ripoff.
They need to change that. Listen to him. Well, now we're going to talk about the Paris Olympics. So the internet is loving another athlete, this time in the shooting category. So people are loving Kim Yeji. She is 31 years old. She's a sharpshooter who has taken social media by storm.
Yeah, after what she wore to the competition, Kim won silver at the 10-meter air pistol event on Sunday with her 19-year-old teammate Oh Yi-jin taking the gold. She's sporting a pair of shooting glasses, a piece of specialist eyewear that helps athletes focus on the target, but also looks like something out of a science fiction movie.
People took to social media to compliment Expression, her black jacket, shooting shoes, and the stuffed toy elephant that was hanging from her pocket, apparently.
She looks too cool.
It actually looks really cool. Yeah.
I suddenly want that outfit and the glasses. I would never need it for anything.
You don't need the glasses, but why not? Well, up next on Good Morning Northwest, we have an update on the hearing regarding the petition to recall the city of Mapton's mayor. Our Emily Goodell with that report coming up in our 6 a.m. hour.
Plus, there are nearly 100 active wildfires across the United States. Where the most challenging one is coming up.
And I'll have another look at that first alert forecast, including some of the smoke and some of the fires in the region still. That's going to be coming up at 6.
As we head into our next hour of news, you're listening to Dire Straits' Money for Nothing. This is the first song to play on MTV in Europe, and it happened on this day in 1987. We'll be right back after this.